Good morning. I wanted to address, I'm not able to go live right now, but I wanted to address the fact that what we're going through with Derrick Jackson and his family, what we're experiencing. I want to send a warning to people. Be careful about putting your mouth on somebody in a pathway of grace. This man has been set on a pathway of grace because of some things that he may have said about other people and how he have done things. So right now, this man is on a God journey. So what you need to understand is when you put your mouth on somebody who's on a journey with God, God is going to switch pairs of shoes with you once he's done with that person. And see, he's going through a process now, even with his wife, that she's standing by him and has made this man step up and do things that he should have been doing and handling situations he should have been handled in the way that he should have handled it. He's growing. He's learning to be humble. The scripture tells you that God would exalt the humble, but he would abase, bring low, and humble the proud. While somebody's in their process of being humble, be careful not to put your mouth upon them. Okay? Because the fact of now you're lining yourself up to be next in line for God to humble you. And I'll bring all your skeletons that are sitting in your closet, he will set free upon the world to judge you upon, because you opened your mouth against somebody that's going on a pathway that he is on them and he's extending grace to them. But sometimes we got to understand that there's the thing called a grace period. Even with your bills, you have what you call a grace period. And if you do not pay it within that time, there is a penalty once that grace period has ended. A lot of people are you're putting your mouth on somebody whose grace period may be ended, as far as just keeping it under wraps, but they're still walking the grace path to where now you have to go through this process, you have to go through this situation, you have to go through this thing. What you got to understand is when you're putting your mouth on somebody who's going that, because you got to understand most of the time they're going through a grace period or going through that grace path because they put their mouth on somebody else that was going through the same thing. It's a repetitive motion. I see the thing, I see the motion, and I see what's being said, and I see why this man's going on this path, because the things that he has said about other men and women of God, about their relationship. Now his relationship is being exposed, and I refuse to talk about this man, but I'm gonna uplift him. I'm gonna be one of the few that speaks positive to them and let him know, man, I understand what journey you're on. Allow God to work with you and get you straight. You got to work on some things different in your life now, and that's all you're on, and God's gonna restore that man to back the way he is. And there's gonna be a time to where if his wife, like I said, if his wife forgives him for what's going on, who are you to judge and put your mouth on that man? Because be careful. This is a clear and understanding warning. Keep your mouth shut on people that are going through their grace path, because guess what? Your feet are going to be set upon them next. And what you're really doing is flashing your hand and waving your hand to God to say, "Ooh, I want to be next to go down this same grace path that this man going on," by putting your mouth on him. Be careful not to do that.